Hey guys, here's your daily teacher story, and this one involves a teacher who literally got pregnant by a student. 30-year-old Rebecca Joins taught at Manchester High School. She was first arrested back in October of 2021 on suspicions of sexual activity with a child. This was after police got a tip about her abusing a teenager who we will label as Boy A. She would later face charges of 4 counts of sexual activity with a child and 2 counts of sexual activity with a child by a person in position of trust. Her trial recently began in May of this year, 2024. Rebecca first became a teacher in 2018, but according to her 2 victims, yes, not 1, but 2 victims, the abuse started in 2021. This was after their school went back to in-person classes after the COVID lockdown. At the time, she was 28 years old and she had just ended a 9-year relationship, and she became flattered by the attention she was getting from her male teen students. Unreal. She then got her eye on one student, and she gave him her phone number on one condition. She ended up giving the child, the teen boy, her phone number, but she left out 1 digit and told him that he had to figure out that other digit as part of a math problem game type thing. This was a 15-year-old male victim. So Rebecca and the boy then started to communicate over, guess what? Yep, you guessed it, Snapchat. And they started to flirt with each other, and they then decided to meet up outside of school. It was even said that the teen lied to his parents so that he could go shopping with Rebecca at a shopping mall, which is where she was caught with a smirk on her face, and she bought him a Gucci belt. She was caught on camera. Reportedly, she allegedly SA'd the boy twice at her home. It was even said that at one point, the boy made the point that he was not even old enough to drive from school to her house, and she was like, oh, shut up. Guess she didn't want to hear the truth. Around the time of her arrest in October of 2021, she was suspended from her teaching position at the school. She was told as part of a bail condition that she couldn't have any contact with anyone under the age of 18. But she didn't abide by those rules, and soon after that, she started talking to a boy B, who was also a 15-year-old boy over, yes, Snapchat. She also sexually abused the boy on several occasions, and she even told him that she could not get pregnant. During her trial, she claimed that she and boy B only had sex after she lost her teaching position, as if that matters. I mean, it's bad either way. But boy B said this wasn't true, and he told the jury that he lied in his first interview with investigators about the timeline of events because he had just found out Rebecca was pregnant. Reportedly, Rebecca had boy B over at her apartment for a date night where she decorated with rose petals and clues to finding a surprise. Listen to what she did. That surprise was a baby onesie that said, "Best Dad, you've got to be kidding me." That was her way of telling this child she was pregnant with his child. Unreal. The boy then stated he wondered if it was right for him to give statements about Rebecca since she was carrying his child, but since then he's thought a lot about it and talked to a lot of people, and that made him realize the full extent to the abuse that he went through and her grooming tactics. Reportedly, Rebecca was arrested for breaking her bail conditions, and she spent 5 months in prison up until she got out on bail in November of last year. So authorities said that Rebecca had boy B's baby, which was a girl, and that was early this year, but the baby was soon taken soon after an emergency hearing after she was born. Boy B stated that one of the hardest things he's ever had to go through was Rebecca's decision not to include him with the baby or to be involved with her pregnancy. He said he wasn't updated any information like checkups or doctor's appointments, nor the gender or due date. So after her trial in May of this year, she attempted to get sympathy from people by tucking a pink baby bonnet inside her waistband. Really? But she was luckily found guilty on all charges, and the judge scolded her as she cried. The judge told her there's no real insight from Rebecca and that she continues to deny the offenses she did. She's been silent on the negative impact that she had on these male teen victims. She will now luckily be required to register as a sex offender for life, and she was given a sexual harm prevention order for 10 years and a restraining order from both of the teen victims. I'm kind of wondering why she didn't receive more jail time like she deserved. I'm not sure about that, nor am I sure where the baby is, but when I find out that info, I can give an update. If you want more true crime and more teacher stories, visit www.truecrimewithmegan.com.